And here's a look at it. So as we talked about, when it comes to lake effect snow, remember we get these big totals and then no totals in and across the area, localized high snowfall amounts. Same thing with lake effect rain. We got our St. Joe camera and it is sunny. Now it's windy. You can see some chop. You can see some white water out there and the trees moving, but it is beautiful in terms of the sunny skies and no rain. Different story. Temperatures right now about 65 degrees with that northeasterly wind. Different story if we take a look at our studio cam shooting over the campus of Notre Dame off in the distance. There is some rain moving away from the lake and down to the south and to the southeast. A little bit cooler because of that rain cool there that came through. Picked up about a tenth, nothing more than a tenth of an inch of rainfall, even though it came down at a decent clip. So here's a look at it. You got that lake effect rain starting near Lake Michigan and then working down here to the south and to the southeast. I don't expect it to develop back here to the northeast or down to the southwest. That's where conditions are going to remain pretty quiet, sunny and cool. Now, the big takeaway here is that high temperatures are only going to be around 70 degrees. That's nearly 10 degrees below average for this time of year. May get a quick rumble of thunder, but overall, as this works away from Lake Michigan, it's going to work into a more stable environment, so you get more light showers rather than heavier downpours as we get into Warsaw, Goshen, and down here to the south and to the southeast. A little bit wider perspective, you can see there's not much going on over here to the west or to the southwest or to the northeast, even though parts of Grand Rapids, and if I zoom this out, you can see that the lake effect rain machine and cloud machine is kicking up just along the coast. Weak disturbance back down here to the south. That's going to be on the southern side of what's called this trough that's moving through. And one of the reasons why we're going to be a little bit cooler than average the next couple of days. We'll talk about a reinforcing shot of some colder air coming up in just a second. So cloudy conditions and cool depending on where you're located. South Bend at 68 degrees. We're at 66 in Elkhart where that rain is moving on right now. 61 in Plymouth, 67 degrees in Warsaw. If you looked at this morning at 5 a.m., we did have a couple of upper 40s. I think that's going to be on average across the area Wednesday morning. So if you needed a jacket today, or a light jacket or sweatshirt to get you going this morning, need that again coming up on Wednesday and I think for the rest of the week. Hourly forecast, you got 69 degrees, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. You see, we try to get to 70 degrees. Some of us may hit 70, 71, but on average, upper 60s, lower 70s with a northwest wind at about 15 miles per hour. In that first alert 10-day forecast, so we've increased the rain chances on Thursday to 40%. Timing right now looks to be in the first half of the day, possibly during that morning commute. And it's going to be the cool air behind it that's going to result in below average high temperatures Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll say comfortable. And we talked about this, Lauren, in the news meeting earlier this morning, that coming out of winter and going into spring with these conditions, this would feel cool, if not cold. But coming out of summer, especially earlier this month when it was hot, it was humid, a stretch like this, dare I say comfortable?
Yeah.
Refreshing
right.
With the 70s as opposed to the 80s or 90s with that heat index around 100 degrees.
I mean, my dog has been loving it.
Loons?
Yeah, the heat and humidity was not fun. I got nervous when you started out your forecast talking about lake effect snow.
Right.
Yikes.
No, it's just we were way too warm for any kind of snow.
Just the term.
But it's the term. And we don't usually get lake effect rain in the area, so I can see how it caught you off guard.
And for all of those who think it's too cold today, just know those days are coming.
Yep.
Lake effect will be here before you know it.
That's
so
right.
Try to enjoy it.
Sorry, Luna.
Matt, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, still to come today.